Hey everybody, welcome to the Ice Cream Social. My name is Andrew Dismukes.
I'm Kellen. We got our special guest Dustin Hanks over here. He helped us write a little sketch called Phone Tag. It's pretty good video. And then we got Jace over here who helped us write a video that's about to come out.
Yellow.
Called
Casting Call.
Casting Call, yeah. It's a good one. It's going to be coming out soon. We're going to talk about the channel real quick. We have a new... in the last Ice Cream Social, we didn't talk about it. We have a new video. Relationship Advice with Andrew. It's going to be a series. It's going to be more. So, subscribe and keep paying attention to us because it's going to be good and you're going to love it. I can tell. So, yeah, that's going on. And then, like we said, there's going to be a short called Casting Call starring our buddy Jace over here. It's going to be really great. So, keep an eye out. Lots of cool stuff coming and it's going to be great.
Right.
So, yeah. We're all up here.
In a very intimate setting.
Yeah. We're very close to each other. Closer than we usually are.
On what has been my bed for the past week.
Yep. So, yeah. Was it comfortable?
Somewhat.
Somewhat?
Yeah.
You did.
I don't play around.
By the way,
Yeah, no.
we are eating Dutch chocolate, as we said, an Ice Cream Social ago.
Which you know.
Because you watch it,
'cause
definitely.
You watched it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can we show labels out? Or are we not
Yeah,
okay?
go for it.
Okay.
Go for it. I don't care.
We're not going to get sued by Red Bull.
Yeah, don't worry.
I
Just
think
pay
that
me.
if we got to the attention of Red Bull and to where they would sue us, it would be a sign of success. So I wouldn't even.
Okay.
I encourage you labels out just so that way we can.
Yeah.
We
can
get our name out there a little bit more.
We'll just blur it.
Yeah. Oh, well.
No, probably.
Yeah,
not.
probably not.
That's too much work.
Yeah, I'm kind of lazy.
Put a blur.
So, yeah. Well, yeah, so I wanted to talk about something that's really near and dear to my heart. I know I've mentioned it a few times to you at least. There's this phenomenon on Twitter to post a picture of something, or like you just say a statement that is somewhat relatable and post a picture of something that kind of relates to it. So I would say, okay, so it's Sunday night. I would say, me at school on Monday. And I'd post a picture of like a person who's obviously unhappy.
Right.
I hate that. I seriously hate that more than anything.
I think if you're creative enough, they can be good.
Yeah,
Like,
there's some funny ones.
I've
Is it
been
because
guilty.
it happens all the time? What's the
Sort
issue?
of, but it's just like there's one person in particular, and if you watch this, which you probably don't, you'll know who you are, and I hate you, sort of. But it's just every Sunday night. Every Sunday. And sometimes you're like 2 a day. And I'm just sick of it. I get it. You don't like going to school on Monday. You don't like it.
To be fair, who does like going to school?
Nobody, which is why it gets so much recognition, but it's just when you're posting 2 pictures a day of me at school on Monday, I hate you. I hate it. I hate it so much.
I want it to be actual pictures of them at school on Monday. like the teacher's writing on the board.
Selfie at school.
You know.
But it just
Here's the test answers.
but it just bothers me. I'm so like I kind of did something similar on Thursday night. I posted a conversation I had with a person followed by a photo, which I thought was very funny. Follow me at Kel_Arn.
Yeah, I
If you want to
remember
look at that tweet, kind of funny, but it's something similar along those lines, and I kind of hurt hitting tweet on it, but I thought it was too funny of me to say to not do it.
Well, that's evidence to Dustin's point then that they
Yeah.
can be creative.
Yeah, but
You just don't like unfunny people.
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Right, so then don't get specific. You just if it's
You
not
just
funny,
hate
don't
people.
tweet.
That's all.
Yeah, I've done a pretty.
I agree with that.
I've done a pretty good one before too. I had like a 5-hour trip that was supposed to be a 3-hour trip home, and I posted me getting home right now, and it's a picture of Sandra Bullock at the end of Gravity.
that's actually
I was proud of myself for that.
Yeah.
I
I saw
thought
that
you
movie
should
a
have
while
tweeted
back.
like a spoiler alert.
Yeah, right.
She
By the
makes
way,
it back.
spoiler alert. Yeah.
Yeah.
It could have been from the Blind Side. You don't know.
True.
I mean, you don't
That
know.
scene where
That's
she
it.
wore that
She's, like,
scene where she
sprawled
had
out.
short black hair and spandex underpants in The Blind Side.
Hey, you never know. Okay,
I would have
did
loved
see you.
it if in
So-
like Gravity, or somebody needs to make this in like Gravity, she like comes down and she's like crawling on the thing, and then it's just like the black dude from The Blind Side standing right there.
Just
And
pick her
he's
up
like,
and
"Do you-"
carry her.
he's like,
Carry her back to space to get George Clooney.
Do you have somewhere to stay tonight? Don't you dare lie to me. Reversal.
Yeah, there we go.
And I mean, I did not see Gravity until recently. I loved it. It was excellent, but
Yeah.
I was throwing flags. I needed my whistle because I was like, whenever George Clooney like knocks on the window, if you've seen it, if not, no, I don't care. He knocks on the window in space, and she's like, no, and I'm like, he's about to kill her.
Yeah, so was I.
He's about to kill her.
I was leading up.
Well,
to
then
see
they
off.
explained that.
Yeah, like it was.
Yeah, no, I
like
know, but
I told before.
at the time I was yelling at
Yeah,
him.
no, I was like,
you speak bullshit.
Yeah, because like I had seen what Neil deGrasse Tyson had tweeted something about like some scientific illegitimate things that couldn't have happened or don't happen the way that they portrayed it, and I was like, I didn't read any of them by the time I got to see the movie, but I knew that he had criticized it, so I was like, if this is one of those things, because like people were really mad at Neil deGrasse Tyson being like, oh, you hate the movie but it's so good and blah blah, but he was defending himself, and I was like, okay, I will justify all those angry people if that was what he was criticizing. But no, it was a drink.
Well, yeah.
It's okay.
But I think that like not a jab at Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's one of my favorite people in general. But like people who are like, is that how it would work?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like there was one, like, I'm not a big fan of the Avengers, but one critique of the Avengers that I loathe is when people are like, how are they talking to each other if they don't have a Bluetooth headset in their ear? It's like, one, there is surely in this universe of spacecraft and giant laser whatevers, like surely there is a tiny Bluetooth headset that you couldn't notice.
Did you say
that you could accept? Yeah,
Yeah,
the
If you,
Did
I
I
won't-
miss that?
in the fight,
In the
in the
fight
big
scene
fighting
when
scene when
they're
like they're
battling.
all like in New York and all that stuff, and they're fighting everybody.
They're like,
They're just
oh.
like always talking to each other from across
and like
the city.
too, even if that's
Whoops.
not a
Yeah.
thing,
Totally missed it.
even if that's not a thing, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I've script supervised on sets before, and so like you have to be aware of stuff like that. But this is how I brag. This is my brag
I'm
thing.
better
Pat you on
than
the
you.
back.
Yeah.
I'm better than you.
But anyway, but like so you gotta look for like errors like that. But at the end of the day, when I'm watching it, I won't allow that to ruin that.
Yeah.
I'll allow the fact that the cinematic universe is terribly thrown together ruin it. That's shitty. But the Bluetooth
Yeah, yeah.
headsets, I can overcome.
I actually kind of talked about this with Andrew on the way up here, but for me, watching a movie is a different experience than a lot of people, I think. Or maybe it's what normal people watch, how they watch movies. But I just want to watch the movie and the whole time be like this. Just totally just
Yeah.
in it. And it's just, oh yeah, whatever. I don't care. It does, as long as there's nothing that's just jarring and kind of takes me
Right.
out of it. And that just scene, the dream scene, just immediately yanked me out of Gravity. Everything else I bought into. I don't know enough about space to critique the other stuff.
Yeah.
But me thinking, there's no way in hell he's not dead. That was I was like, there's just no. He's dead.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
I
gonna
would
be
have.
dead
What I
at this
really
point.
wanted is for like it to actually like be him for real, and then him like just sort of like glaze over how he made it back. And she was like, "How'd you make it back?" And he was like, "Yeah, turns out the jetpack was like I had like a reserve container. I was okay." But anyway, so yeah, let's continue the story.
All around, still a pretty great movie though.
Yeah.
Really great movie.
What you're talking about is there's three criteria of a movie. That's the entertainment criteria, which is that it has to be enrapturing, and then there's the commodity criteria, which means it has to make money, and then because it is a business. Like,
Yeah,
if,
no, I
you,
can
if your
understand.
movie is amazing but it doesn't make money, it wasn't a successful movie. And then it has to have an artistic value. Those are the three, which could be like an emotional meaning or like visual artistry as well. Which I think Gravity had like visual artistry a lot.
Oh yeah.
Like for me, like they tried to get sort of like an emotional thing. I just wasn't very attached to Sandra Bullock's character.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like visually, it was very cool.
Not like in Pacific Rim, where you're just totally attached to
Shut
whatever
up!
they're doing.
Oh my
You're
God.
joking.
I don't know.
He's
Any, I
big.
can't. I watched the movie and loved it. Couldn't tell you a character's name. Couldn't tell you a single character's name. So that's why I'm talking about like how I just
Yeah.
consume movies.
It's
got to be like a Modern Warfare series of video games.
Yeah.
With the girl who plays Mako, right? Mako or whatever.
Yeah.
The girl who plays her, I feel like when they were casting, like whenever they heard their voice, how did they not immediately go like, no, you're not getting the part because that's how you talk.
yeah.
Come like me. Like,
Yeah.
it's not the problem with it. It's not that it's like overly like Asian. It's that it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Regardless of what race it is, it's not hard to understand because it's an Asian accent. It's hard to understand because she's talking like a child who just inhaled helium and is pretending to speak Japanese.
Well.
Yeah, I feel like that was definitely a deal breaker.
So what did you want to talk about? Because I got off on a bad tangent.
No, that's what
That's
we
what-
need.
that's-
It's
yeah.
what y'all keep me around for. I know.
Yeah,
that.
no. Well,
But it makes it difficult to get things done. I know.
Well, we don't try to get things done.
we don't really have like we try to set topics, but
Yeah. Like the topic was Kellen's Twitter.
Yeah,
idea.
all I cared about was Twitter,
And then we were
and
like,
then this happened.
Wing it. From
Oh,
there.
well, we're Dustin and I are here in Austin just to hang out.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. We wanted to come see stuff, and we just got done. My goal every time I go to Austin is to eat at these different places. I've actually got a list and notes on my phone of places to go eat at that are like unique Austin-y places. And we just got back from Gordo's
Public House.
Gordo's Public House. I don't care. It was amazing. I had a burger that was a donut. Was it 2 donuts or was it a donut cut
It was
in half?
It's a donut cut in
Two
half.
donuts?
Are you sure? Yeah, it's
Oh,
flat
okay.
on the bottom.
Oh,
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
It's a big donut.
Oh, yeah,
it's
it's a
like
huge
cut in
donut.
half.
it might as well be 2. I mean, it's a giant donut that's just fried, and it has a burger that could put anybody else's burger to shame underneath it. Then chili, cheese, Fritos, onions, jalapeno peppers, like fresh cut jalapeno peppers on there. And I just burped and got a big taste of it just then.
Yeah,
I can smell it.
You
but-
can.
I
Oh,
can.
God.
It's pretty
Said it.
substantial.
Missed that
Good lord, good
Yeah.
lord.
Yeah,
We
but it was
ate at a
delicious.
ton of different places though.
That
Yeah, I mean
sounds
we had 5 guys. We wanted to eat torchies, but we were all too bloated after that Gordo's thing.
And
I don't.
Yeah, and I've got to drive 5 hours. I want to be able to make it.
Right.
yeah.
And I went into Gordo's thinking it was just gonna be like kind of a bakery type setting, and they're just gonna like have this ridiculous donut and this, and it was just.
It's like the
Absolutely
coolest bar
not.
ever.
yeah. Oh well. It's been like y'all are all here, and this is gonna be the last time we're gonna be all together for quite a while. Which is what the last thing you need to talk about is we touched on it. What?
The Weird Scientist concert.
Oh yeah, we did go to a We Are Scientist show. He's wearing the
Wearing the
shirt
shirt.
for it. It was pretty. That's the reason he actually came here in the first place. But they had a good show. We met the lead singer, Keith. Yeah, he's a beautiful man. I love him, and it was a great show.
Yeah, we were on the front row. We were like giving them high fives and stuff.
Yeah, he touched his head. Keith.
He did.
Like, he like leaned on his head.
Were
in the
they
middle of the show.
scientists?
It was
They
for
were-
balance, but I mean, hey.
Yes.
They wore
I don't
lab
know.
coats and
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Did they do the experiment on stage where they put the green stuff in the tube and the bubbles come out? Really
they
high?
also had like
Like,
a bunch of like
Miss
Diet
What's her
Coke
name?
bottles
Yeah.
and Mentos.
Really?
They
I
are-
was being sarcastic.
they made-
They
No,
didn't.
I
They-
am totally being sarcastic.
God! See, that's what happens in movies. I buy it. I wanted to see it in my head. I'm like, yes!
They assembled a potato clock.
They powered their like amps and stuff
With
with
just
potatoes
an
and
absurd amount of potatoes.
Well, there is that band that I think it's Arc Attack from America's Got Talent a couple years back. They play with the giant Van de Graaff or Van der Waals or whatever.
Yeah,
I
the-
just butchered
and
it.
like
like,
as it passes
thing.
through a person's body, like he's directing it. Like,
Yeah, and they're in these metal suits and they play, and the actual frequency of the electricity in the air creates, you know, that taser sound that zzz?
Yeah.
It actually creates the different notes, the different wavelengths. And so they'll play like Iron Man and stuff like that, and it's like
Yeah.
but it's the electricity.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
always seen videos of people doing that with like the Super Mario theme or something.
That's kinda
like
cool.
they'd have the huge thing and it'd show like a bunch of lasers and electricity going everywhere, and
Yeah.
they would like shift each note. It was really cool.
That's cool.
crazy.
I love music. But anyway, it's time to wrap it up, guys. This is going to be the last time we're together for a little bit. We will be making trips. I will be making trips back to where he is so we can do videos, and that's also where he is. He's going to be coming into Austin every once in a while.
And
So we're
where they are.
yeah. So there will be
That's just evidence. Hey, that's a point that I wanted to get to. Time out before we go. Chris sucks. Chris, say what? Chris.
Anyway,
whatever. Okay, there we go.
thanks for liking,
Okay.
commenting, subscribing, sharing all of our videos. Thanks for watching everything.
He had a chance. He had
We
a
will be
chance.
coming out with videos. They will be kind of spotty whenever we come out with them, just because we're all going to be in different cities. So yeah, that's a good word for it. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching Ice Cream Social.
Thanks for having us on the show.
Yeah, dude, you're welcome. Thanks,
Yeah.
thanks for Dustin and Jace coming by. Yes, it was a great show.
Okay.
Thanks, everybody.
Ice Cream Social.